Hey guys, EthDo here, and today I'm back with a new video. In today's video, we're going to be counting down the top 5 jump scares across the 5 Nights at Freddy's games. This can be picked by myself, and also I'm going to be taking into consideration the community's opinions as well. So if there's one that the community finds particularly scary, but I myself don't think it's too scary a jump scare, it'll still get fairly high up on the list, and vice versa, but it won't be right up there. All of the jump scares will be shown at the end for those that make the top 5, of course, and the honourable mentions. I don't want to put them in now because if I put them in now without sound, it's going to really lose its fear factor. And if I put it in with sound, you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. So at the moment, it's just Night of Misfits preset challenge gameplay. There is no jump scare at this bit, so save your jumping for the end. It'll come towards the end of the video. We'll be showing all of the 5. Then there's going to be one jump scare per animatronic, just so we have a more diverse, mixed up list. So Foxy couldn't get in twice with his jump scare from the first game and jump scare from the second game. Generally just, like I say, so we got a nice mix of different characters getting in on the jump scaring. First off, we have 2 honorable mentions. Now, Toy Chica is the first one. Toy Chica just has a really horrible jump scare. It's similar to Toy Bonnie's, but a little bit more scary in my opinion, just because of the facial features, like with the teeth and everything. It's just really not a nice one to see. And Mangle as well. Mangle has a really nice, unique jump scare. I wouldn't say nice. I'm not sure that's really the best word to be using. It's pretty horrible the way it swings down, but I do like the fact that it's really unique, which is pretty cool. If they were all the same, all the same generic over the camera thing, it wouldn't really be the same. So it's really nice to see that there's a nice mixed up one there. And it's horrible because you see him actually coming towards you. Some of them, like, it's over too quickly. With that one, it's pretty slow, I'd say, compared to the others, just because you get to see him swing round before he actually screams in your face. So a really nice one there. 5th spot is going to go to Bonnie's jump scare from the second game. Now, this is the Withered Bonnie, just because, first of all, Withered Bonnie just has a really horrible looking. There's no face. It's just so scary to look at compared to some of the others. Anyway, it's just really quite a creepy character to begin with. And as well, it provides so much false hope. I mean, the other withered animatronics may do the same when they pull your monitor down, but I always seem to get it with Bonnie, where I think I've beaten him, and then just as I go to take the mask off, screams in my face without his face, and then my face is all screaming, and it's really not nice. Really horrible jump scare. But that's what we're looking for here. Horrible, scary jump scares. The scarier, if they're not probably words, then the better, really. Number 4 is going to go to Golden Freddy's jump scare, where he comes through the corridor. It's like the head of Golden Freddy. Now, some could argue it's a hallucination, but we're going to be still counting it as Golden Freddy because seeing his face. And I like the other one as well, and I like the one from the first game, but this one's just really scary, just because when you see it the first time, you don't know what to do with it. I saw it and I was like, what is that? Like, how am I supposed to deal with that? I put the monitor up and got killed straight away. But, it's just really horrible the way it comes through the corridor. It's like quite a long period where you compared to some of the others, it's only a couple seconds, but compared to the others, it's quite long, where it's coming straight at you for that whole time and you see it coming. It's really not a nice one. It's a really unique one as well. It has to be one of the most unique on here. So really scary one, that. Definitely getting up into a solid 4th position. And number 3, now this, had I been able to pick these all just my own opinion, I would probably have put this in a joint first. But I think this one's not too popular amongst the community compared to the other 2, and have gotten slightly above it. So this 3rd one for me is Freddy Fazbear's jump scare from the first game, While You Still Have Power. Now Freddy has quite a few jump scares across these 2 games, but for me this is his most scary. When the one where he comes from behind you, like he's been sat behind your chair this whole time, and you don't know until that point. And I think that's the really clever part about it. You don't know he's there. He could stay there for sometimes a ridiculous amount of times. The scariest experience I had with it, I was aware that he was in the room, so I locked everything down, and then I waited for certain death, just bracing for impact, really. And then nothing happened, so I went to start moving around again, start getting back in the game, and as I did, the jump scare came. I was completely unprepared. It was absolutely horrible. It's such a clever mechanic that it can come from behind you and stay there for really, it's really undecided amount of time. I don't know if there is a set time it stays, but every time it comes for a different amount of time. So Really quite a scary one there. Number 2 is going to be the puppet. Now the puppet's jump scare is scary for a couple of reasons. First of all, it comes from a distance, so you actually see it coming towards you before the actual impact, which is always horrible. The longer they last, the more horrible they are. And also the fact that you don't know what the puppet looks like until if you play it without any prior knowledge to the game, you won't know what the puppet looks like until it actually jump scares you. The phone guy's so vague about what he's on about. He's like, oh, one of the animatronics will be affected by this. I won't tell you what he looks like or anything. And then suddenly that comes out at you. Having played the first game with all these animals, like the little fox and the chicken, suddenly the puppet comes out, completely unique character, such a scary character in general, and then just to be screaming out at you is really quite horrible, a really, really scary one, that. But the number 1 spot has gone to Foxy. Now, this is the one I would probably put joint first with Freddy, had it been my own opinion, but I know this was undoubtedly the most popular amongst. And the reason this has gotten the number 1 spot is because it's normally one of the most common, but it's also the most scary as well. I mean, the mix of both is just horrible. I mean, you'd want the most common one to be the nicest one, but for pretty much, well, I would say the majority of players, Foxy is the one that gets you the most. If it's not the puppet, it's him. The others you can combat with good strategy. Sometimes you just cannot beat Foxy. If you've got other stuff you have to be doing and you literally don't have time to flash that flashlight, he's going to be coming at you with a horrible leap through the air, chomping away with his mouth as he goes. It's really not nice. Really quite a scary one. Definitely scary amongst the community, and it got in the trailer, presumably the same reason why, that it's just such a horrible, horrible jump scare. So that is why that has got the number 1 spot. I hope you've enjoyed this list. Whether you agree or disagree, be sure to put your top 5 in the comments below. And I thank you very much for watching. Please do take 1 second to hit the like button below.